Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by another Happy Studios. This week there's ghosties about, the rain pours throughout, and does the TARDIS hate Clara? Without a doubt. Oh, fuck off.
That's what I think of that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast, the only one that exists in the world. There are, of course, no others, because I trapped them all in a big, scary, haunted house in a pocket dimension or whatever.
Whoa.
My name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful companion as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space and rewatch all of Doctor Who. His name is Lawrence Thomas Heisey. Lawrence, hello, and explain yourself. Where was the riddle, little riddler boy?
You're not getting riddles anymore. You're getting rhymes. They're back.
Why?
Because I chose to.
Why?
Because I don't like doing the riddles.
Okay, so you've broken your New Year's resolution.
Yeah, it happens. Most New Year's resolutions get broken.
All these false promises. You gave us the false promise about fucking rap battles or freestyle rap, which never materialized.
Yeah.
Okay, much like the TARDIS. Then you gave us this promise of a riddle every week. And the week before, all you did was just Google riddle leaf. And just fucking read out the first results.
Unless I admitted that in last week's episode, you cannot prove that that's what happened.
It's a riddle that already exists, man.
You don't know that. Maybe I wrote it.
I do know that. Okay, you did not write that, considering you didn't even know what a fucking leaf of a page was for most of the episode. Okay.
Listen, look, I'm doing riddles. Not riddles. No, I'm not doing riddles. I'm doing rhymes because people seem to like it when I did the rhymes, or at least there were more supporters. Now I'm just getting called a coward and someone that breaks his promises, and that is true.
Yeah, you'll get called a coward even more because you haven't committed to the riddles. I think if you committed to the riddles, you could have made something of this. Okay,
you may be right, but then I would have had to have started writing them myself. I prefer. I actually have fun writing the rhymes. The riddles are not fun because I did one once, and I was like, "This isn't fun."
But what happened there is you mistimed your rhyme, which I think you'll agree with. Okay.
Look, all right. I need to explain this from my side.
Shut up. It did get very fast towards the end, and you did try to squeeze it in towards the end there, didn't you?
Well, firstly, that depends on how I edited it, and secondly, okay, well, I guess I can't now.
You can't because you'd have to re-record it, which wouldn't be organic. It'd be you lying. Okay.
Look, all right. From my perspective, I have to defend myself here, right? Nathan plays the sound effects, and we do this through a Zoom call, so there is always a natural delay, but then also when I speak, it's very difficult for me to hear him and his sound effects, because I don't know why, but it kind of mutes out whatever's going on. So I'm doing this, I'm flying blind here, and I thought I did okay.
Just get yourself a roadcaster.
This is off-air admin, we'll do this.
Okay.
Nathan, I'm good. How are you? You didn't ask.
Speaking of off-air admin, boy, have we done a lot of that recently.
Why are you sizzling? You're sizzling too early.
I'm sizzling, man. We sizzled last week.
Oh, that admin. Okay, I thought you meant a different admin we were doing.
No, that's not even this podcast. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I know, but like I just thought
we spent a whole evening this week trying to figure out our Christmas plans and when we can fit in recording and everything like that. I'm seeing you more than I'm seeing my own family this Christmas. All right. We got so much to record.
There is so much to record. We actually worked it out, and we went, this is kind of ludicrous, the amount
this is a lot.
on a microphone next to each other.
You guys better fucking appreciate this. I swear to God. All right.
If I get one comment or one like Discord message or something being like, this kind of average episode. No, even if it sucks, it's the best episode of a podcast you've ever heard.
Quantity, not quality. That's what we're all about here.
Just suffocate you with podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, what have you been up to?
Oh, just life, brother. You know how it goes.
Oh, shit, man. We all been there.
Bit of this, bit of that. What about you? What you got going on?
I put up my Christmas tree.
You've put it. No, come on.
I'm not hearing this from you. I'm not
Lawrence,
hearing this from
it's
you.
November. First of all, that's not something that needs to come up. Second of all, it's November 17th, Lawrence.
Please, can it come up?
For fuck's
It's
sake.
so funny.
Ah.
Go on, you tell it. I'll do you the grace of allowing
No,
you
I
to.
don't want to tell it. I don't want to tell it.
So one year, Nathan. I think it was a couple of years back. One
It
year,
wasn't
Nathan.
last year. It was the year before.
Okay, all right. So Nathan put up his Christmas tree. I'm pretty sure a normal time. Right?
Yeah, it might have been even a little late. It might have been like mid-December or something.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
that each to their own, all right? I think
Yeah.
Christmas starts whenever you feel it starts. Anyway, Nathan put up his Christmas tree. It was a lovely tree. Anyway, typically Christmas trees come down like early January, maybe like mid-January at the latest for most people, I would say.
My mum takes hers down the day after Boxing Day.
Oh, see, that feels too miserable for me. You got to see the new year in with a tree.
That's what I think. Yeah, and I did.
I know you did. You almost saw it in the next one. Anyway, basically, it wasn't so bad, but essentially one day, Nathan just kind of confessed to me that his tree actually didn't come down, and the decorations came off. So Nathan just had an absurdly large tree in his living room for the better part of a year.
It wasn't the better part of a year. It was 6 months. Okay. Which saying it out loud seems absurd. Okay.
Did you just like the decor? What was it?
Look, I'll tell you what it was. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what it was. I didn't at the time, and I don't know why I'm saying that because I still don't have any lamps in my living room.
Okay, all right.
And I am anti big light. Okay.
Yes,
It's not fruitful for a cozy evening. You can't have the big light on and then be relaxing and stuff. And then if you
Yeah.
don't have a light on, it's too dark. You feel scared and depressed and everything like that. Point is, I didn't and still don't have any kind of lamp in my living room, okay?
Yeah.
What I did have was a Christmas tree with some warm lights on it, okay? And I was like, I like this light on an evening, okay?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'll just keep it for a little while, it'll be fine. And also, if I'm being honest, it was also just laziness as well. It was also just like, I couldn't be bothered to put it away as well.
I'm not out here judging. I just think it's a funny little thing that happened one time.
This is outrageous.
Do you never wanted to redo it? You haven't done it since.
I didn't even put it up last year.
Did you not?
No. I feel like I'd exhausted myself because I had it for 6 fucking months. So then 6 months later, by the time December rolled around, I was like, I've met my quota.
I only just put it away.
Yeah, exactly. So it just didn't go up at all. So
We need to fix your relationship with Christmas trees.
Well, look, my not to get too deep, but I do have trauma related to Christmas because my parents broke up on Christmas Day. Okay, which was a fun day for everyone. 2004 Christmas Day, I remember it well.
You didn't even have Doctor Who.
Didn't even have Doctor Who. No, just a autism and a dream. You know?
An obsession for dinosaurs and some
Dinosaurs.
sadness.
Yeah, that's all I had, and no dad. Anyway, what's going on? You good?
Yeah, you brought the vibe down. Pick it back up. Tell me about Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So this is episode 98. What of Hyde. Sorry, no, of Hyde. I've still got legs. Episode 98 of Doctor Who. It is season 7, episode 8, written by Neil Cross, directed by Jamie Payne. It is, of course, Hyde.
Whoa, Hyde from who?
Hyde and Seek.
Oh, okay.
But no Seek. Well, a little bit of Seek.
There's some Seek.
There's some Seek. Yeah, they could have called this Hide and Seek.
Yeah, but they didn't because they're cowards.
Cowards. I'll be honest, the vibes are off since I brought up the trauma, okay?
We also just cut something that is unrelated to the trauma, but we've thrown ourselves
through a loop. Anyway, let's try and get back on track.
Okay.
Lawrence, what do you think of Hyde? You love hiding. You're a coward, famously.
Fuck's sake. All right. Yeah, it's fine. It's enjoyable in places even. I think there's some interesting stuff and there's some good moments. It does kind of shit the bed a little bit and overcomplicate itself with some ideas. And it brings up, I would say, 2 ideas, one of which is infinitely more interesting, and the other one is kind of what it tends to lean more into being about. And I don't know if it necessarily works unless the episode kind of forces it to work, which it does, and it doesn't feel natural. It's a weird episode. I could watch this and 5 minutes later forget I've watched it. Like, just not too much to it. What do you think?
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's run of the mill, you know. It's not fucking the lows of Cold War that was last week, okay? It's also not the heights of the Rings of Arcaten that was the week before.
Yeah.
It's strange because it is the same writer as the Rings of Arcaten.
Oh, that seems strange.
Shut up. It's fine. It's not. Some people are like, "Well, this sucks," but it's like, it's fine. It doesn't suck.
There's not enough to it for it to suck, is there?
No, it's not offensive in any way.
Yeah.
It's not like Cold War. Cold War was boring.
I feel like this is gonna be another episode where we just don't really want to talk about the
No, we can
episode.
talk about it. We can talk about it. I think there's some stuff to talk about.
There is some stuff. There are I would say 2 scenes specifically that made me go, huh? Some Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor Who, you say?
David, the episode starts. There's some rust. I thought I wrote rusty. I actually wrote rustly trees in a big old storm. There's a big old house, and a woman walks in to find a nerd amidst all of his like nerd equipment.
Lawrence, it's not just any woman, and it's not just any nerd, okay?
Okay.
Who is the woman?
I still can't remember. Emma. Emma someone.
What?
Emma someone?
I don't know who that is.
You asked me who the woman is.
I don't know her name.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I mean, like, what have you seen her in before? Is what I should say.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't place her.
You couldn't place her?
No, I don't know who this is.
She played Verity Lambert in An Adventure in Time and Space.
That's her!
She made Doctor Who, Lawrence.
I cannot believe... And now she's starring in it. This is truly a legacy.
This was the same year. This was the same year.
Oh my fuck. Okay. I mean, be fair, I watched that like 2 years ago.
You watched it last year. You watched it less than a year ago.
No, it cannot be.
Yes, it was, because it was for the 60th anniversary we did it.
Did we?
Yes.
All right, well, it's a year. It's a year.
Fucking memory of a fish, this man.
I couldn't figure out... look, it's hardly like a fucking... She's not exactly a star, is she? Right.
She was the star of An Adventure in Time and Space, or Space and Time, or whatever it's called. And she was also a star of this, okay?
Okay, all right, fine. Look, yeah, cool. I like her. She's here, though. And she's like, what's all this nerd stuff? She doesn't. She knows what it is. This bloke is hesitant to do nerd stuff. And she's
Which bloke?
steadfast.
Which
This bloke, the nerd.
Which bloke?
The nerd bloke. I don't know
Who's
who
that bloke?
I actually can't remember his name. I wrote down nerd.
It's Doug Gray Scott.
I don't know who this is. You're looking at me like I've killed someone in front of you. Who's Doug Gray Scott?
Are you serious?
I'm going to Google him. Who is he?
Google him. Have a look.
I'm not good with faces and places, all right? Doug Gray Scott is a Scottish actor. He appeared in the films Ever After, Mission Impossible 2... Okay. Hitman... Other than Mission Impossible 2, is there much I'd know him from?
You'd know him from not being Wolverine.
Oh! Yeah, I've heard his name in connection to that, but like... Whoa, that's not Wolverine!
It's the entire thing he's famous for. He's famous for not being Wolverine.
That's awful!
Yeah.
Did he turn it down or did he miss it?
He missed it because of Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, that's sad. That's the bad Mission Impossible as well.
A movie where he wears a denim suit.
My God, I have such vague memories of this.
Vague memories? That's your favourite franchise. You don't shut up about it.
I know, right? We're not doing this here. This is for the other podcast. It's a fine franchise. I enjoy quite a lot of it and not a lot of it as well. Look, I don't know who Doug Gray Scott. Where do you know him from then?
Not being Wolverine.
You acted like it was the most incredible phenomenon that I'd never heard of this man.
I thought you, of all people, would know exactly who this is. It's like a big thing, especially in your circle as well.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
I wasn't really paying too much attention to the casting choices of Wolverine back in the day.
No,
when I was like 3, by the way.
Neither was I, Lawrence. Okay, I'm not saying you have to pay attention to it in the year it happened, but it's just one of those things that people know.
I can honestly tell you I did not know this. Like, I'd heard his name. As soon as you said I wasn't Wolverine, I went, oh yeah, I've probably heard that, because I'm pretty sure it was in a caravan they edited or something. but I do not seen it. Do not know his face.
I don't know why I'm so offended by this, but anyway.
This is a very normal man not to know, I think.
I don't think it is at all.
I think if you were to go on the street, you'd find more people that didn't know his name than did.
Yeah, on the street, yeah. If I ask my dad who Doug Ray Scott is, he'll be like, who? I don't fucking know. But if you ask people who if you ask your nerd mates, not nerd mates, your horrible mates, right, who Doug Ray Scott is. If I asked David from the Talking Pictures podcast, shout out the Talking Pictures podcast, who Doug Ray Scott is.
My horrible mate David.
No, that's not what I'm saying. David's a lovely, beautiful Irish boy, okay?
Yeah.
If I ask Brian and David, two beautiful Irish boys, who Doug Ray Scott is, I'd be more sure with David, okay? I'd be more sure that David would know, okay?
Burn on Brian?
Not burn on Brian. I just feel like David's more on top of that sort of stuff, I think.
Okay.
I feel like Brian's more easygoing, you know?
Oh, yeah, like if it comes up, Brian will be like, maybe I knew about that, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I were to ask Catherine from the Missing Mystic Falls podcast who Doug Ray Scott is, okay?
Yeah.
I know for a fact she'd say yes, because this is something we talked about. So.
Well, that's not exactly a fair poll then, is it?
Okay, so there we go.
Hey, in a minute, guys, I'm going to ask you who Doug Ray Scott is. Can you say that you know him? By the way, he's this guy.
I haven't planned this. I also don't know why this bit is going on into the 19th minute of this podcast, by the way.
We haven't even made it past the first note.
We haven't even really started the episode yet.
Right, let's start breezing. All right,
Anyway, the point is, you should apologise for not knowing Doug Ray Scott.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you.
That it went on this long in the podcast as well.
Anyway, do you know who Doug Ray Scott is? Right in.
All right, so then I'm going to call him not Wolverine then, or the nerd, depending on my notes.
I'm just going to call him Doug Ray Scott.
Oh, all right. So Nerd starts podcasting, right? He gets his little microphone out and he records into it the test night. So it's night 4 of doing whatever they're doing. They're in 1974. And
a good year.
Good year for what?
Ghostbusting.
Yeah, okay, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're doing. They're looking for ghosts. It's November 25th, Lawrence, close to today's actual date. And here they are looking for some ghosts. The Verity Lambert's like, "Oh, the spirits in this house. I'm talking to you. Are you there? Can you hear me?" And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's one of those, when there's like an earthquake or there's ghost activity, which I don't know why they use the same device for both earthquakes and measuring ghosts, but apparently they do. And it's like, here's a ghost or an earthquake, maybe. I don't know. Just look into
you
it.
You choose. What's more likely?
Yeah, you got to look into it. It's one of them. I know it's one of them, but you got to figure out which one it is.
The ground's not shaking. Fuck, there's a ghost.
What's he called? A sonic? Not a sonic. That's when you get a baby. What's he called?
Your baby's a ghost.
I don't know what I'm doing this with my hand as if like to emphasize. You know what I mean?
You measure earthquakes on a Richter scale. Is it a Richter scale?
A Richter scale, yes.
That's
maybe.
it.
Anyway, they got the ghost Richter scale on the go.
Oh, fucking hell, this ghost is a 6 on the Richter scale.
Oh, no. We've got 6 ghosts.
Never mind, it's just an earthquake.
Oh, we're fine. It's just an earthquake.
What happens if it's both?
Oh, God, I dread to think.
The Richter scale just blows up.
Yes.
God, fuck. We need a whole new scale.
I can't handle this. There's too much going on. Oh,
this is unprecedented levels of Richter.
What a fun. Who's Richter?
Clearly someone
we don't have time.
Someone who loves ghosts and earthquakes.
Yes. Someone who dedicated his life to the study of both earthquakes and ghosts.
Some called him a genius, others a madman. Anyway,
good on it.
Yes. So Emma starts calling out. She's like, "Oh, the spirit! Where's the spirit?" I do like this. There's some kind of horror-y vibes here. The room is submerged in shadow. Like you see her kind of walk into it. That's a bit fun. I like it. It's a bit spooky, no?
It's a bit spooky-wooky vibes, which I'm all on board for. I love a spooky-wooky adventure. So, yeah, it's good stuff. But anyway, then it all, like, nothing really happens. It all, like, flickers out, and it's like, oh, no ghosts here. Fuck you, actually. But then there's a big...
There is a ghost. There's a ghost who comes at them with their hand out. A big white old...
Yeah, I tell a lie. Anyway.
Forgettable episode, everyone.
Yeah. Anyway, then the ghost disappears. The ghost machine / earthquake machine stops working. Yeah. And then there's a big, horrible, scary knock at the door. You just wouldn't, would you? Like,
no, why would you do it? Yeah.
What, like, if you hear And first of all, if you live in fucking the Scooby-Doo mansion, all right,
yeah,
and like you hear, and it's 11 p.m. and you just saw a fucking ghost, okay,
yeah,
like, and then there's a big ominous knock at the door. Why are you walking towards the door?
Yeah.
Why are you not wrapping yourself in a blanket and hiding for dear life? Okay,
you don't know how close this man was to being my weirdo, because there's even a line later on where he goes, whenever people see the ghost, they typically say that there's a knock on the door and it sounds like the devil himself. But bro had that information locked and loaded and was like, oh, I reckon it could be, I don't know, Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Who else could it be?
Who else would it be at 11 p.m.? Yeah, of course it's going to be a Jehovah's Witness.
in the fucking pissing rain.
Exactly. But it's not a Jehovah's Witness.
No.
It's actually no one. There's no one at the door. Hat trick! The doctor was hiding behind a little bit of the door, and then he jumps out and he's like, boo. Quite insensitive, I would say. Like, I'd punch him, I think.
Yeah, I'd be like, listen.
Well, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't have answered the door in the first place. But if I did.
For this episode, we're just sat like, what would you do? Would you just go and find a quiet room and?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the most well lit room in the house, easily where I can easily observe like any all access points and everything like that.
Yeah.
Wrap myself in a blanket and then watch like SpongeBob or something. Like when you watch a scary movie and you're like, that was a bit too scary. Now I gotta watch some cartoons.
Yeah.
To like,
I gotta wind off
to like make myself feel safe. I
know that exact feeling very well. I'm a man that can't handle horror. I know that feeling so well. So it is the doctor. He says boo. And then he says they're looking for a ghost, and this and the nerd goes, and you are, and Clara goes, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, who you gonna call? You did that thing.
Bill Murray.
Maybe.
He got called for a few ghosts. Not yet, though. This is the 70s.
All right.
Right. Did you cheer, or did you get close to cheering in this scene that follows?
What, the Ghostbusters scene?
Well, yes, because the doctor says, I'm the doctor. And this guy says...
Oh, Dr. Watt, if you like.
Yeah.
I didn't cheer because it wasn't my true beloved moment. I did like it though. It was a bit of fun.
I thought it was a bit of fun. Subvert me. That's nice.
Yeah. A little bit of a hat trick. Yeah, which is a bit fun. And also, if we're being completely honest, Doctor Watt makes the most sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does. Yeah.
Doctor Who doesn't necessarily that's not the question you ask. If like someone says I'm your doctor and you're like, oh, Doctor Who, you don't say that. You say Doctor What, don't you?
It's true. Yeah, I think the show has conditioned us to think that.
Yeah. What is your last name? Not who is your last name. It doesn't quite.
Oh, you've broke a piece of my brain out here. I don't like that.
Really should be called Dr. What, but that's not as good.
No, it doesn't have the same ring. But though if they did call it Dr. What and we never knew anything different, would we be saying the same about Who?
I don't think we would, because it doesn't have the same air of mystery about it. Because Who is more like, who is he? And you can't be like, what is a he?
Yeah, but he's also not a human. He is a what? He's a what? What's that guy?
Lauren should do that thing again.
The doctor. I do like this scene. The doctor loves this nerd setup. He's like, fucking hell, this nerd's got all the gear. All right, he's having a little run around it, and we get some info on the nerd.
He says he's part of the movie The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah.
Is that a movie? I think that's a recent movie.
The Ungentlemanly Warfare.
You know movies. You should know this. You know all movies.
It rings
You're
a
Mr.
bell.
Movies yourself. Himself.
What self? It rings a bell. Who was that?
It is. It's a movie. I'm doing a bit here, Lawrence. I know it.
Yeah, but who did it?
I don't know. I don't know it.
It's got Henry Cavill in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a movie that just came out.
And Alan... Well, it didn't just came out is strong. Oh, yeah, no, it did come out.
I'm lying, I guess.
Alex Pettifer's in this movie? That's the Stormbreaker.
Are you not Mr. Movies? Do you not know? Have you been lying
clearly
about your entire identity online? Okay. Your
Not
whole
this
thing
movie.
is movies. You don't know Doug Ray Scott? You don't know the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare? What do you know?
This wasn't on
Who
my
are
radar.
you? What are you?
This has got like people I like in it: Alex Pettyfer, Henry Cavill, Isa Gonzalez, Alan Ritchson. He's the biggest man to ever live. Have you seen that man?
No.
He's the new Reacher, the TV's Reacher.
Oh, he's that big guy.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
He's
yeah.
fucking enormous, that guy.
What's going on with Reacher? Is it Reacher?
You're thinking of John Krasinski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's too many of those things,
those guys.
There's Jack Ryan, Jack Reacher. Why are they all called Jack? All right, and why are they all played by like 4 different blokes?
Yeah, Jack Reacher was Tom Cruise for a movie.
There was a Tom Cruise Jack Reacher movie, but then wasn't there also like Alec Baldwin and Harrison Ford as well?
No, he was Jack Ryan.
Oh, see, that's another one. There's too many of them.
No.
Who are all these Jacks?
And why do they all work vaguely for the government until they go rogue?
I remember I never saw that Tom Cruise Jack Ryan / Reacher movie, whichever one it was.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing the trailer for it and I'm thinking that just looks like Mission Impossible. Like it doesn't look any different to a Mission Impossible movie, apart from worse maybe. So like, why would I watch that? You know?
I remember watching it, and I haven't watched it in like, God, at least 10 years, right? But I remember watching it and going, that was somewhat cool, and then never thinking about it again.
I remember when we had an ad break, which is right now. We're back from the ads, everyone.
We're back from the ads, and you can't escape it, we're still talking about Jack Reacher.
No, I think we're done with that.
No, we are done with that.
I think we can move on.
So we find out this nerd is a watercolorist, he's a professor of psychology, he's a ghost hunter, and apparently he didn't spend the majority of the war as a prisoner of war. He in fact was on a secret mission.
He's also a member of the Baker Street Irregulars, whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a group of smart men, I believe. They're like, we're smart men and we do smart men things, you know?
Right, so this guy's just a government bloke who's got a big brain, and he just does what they tell him to do, I guess.
He's a government bloke with a big brain, but then
now he just likes ghosties.
I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest. Yeah, maybe.
He likes ghosties. The Doctor uses health and safety as his cover. I quite enjoyed that. He's from I'm from the health and safety department. And he's like, I'll be out your hair in 5 minutes, and then starts fucking around with his little nerd setup. He likes toggles.
Why are you calling it a nerd setup?
Because that's what it is. It is a nerd setup, isn't it?
Or is it just a lot of devices or whatever?
That's a nerd setup.
Is it?
Name me one conglomeration of devices that isn't a nerd setup.
Is my setup... I've got a conglomeration of devices.
Yeah, nerd.
I don't appreciate this.
You're a fucking loser.
You're a fucking loser.
I got a setup. I'm nerd.
I got set up. I'm nerd.
It's an aesthetic to aspire to, Nathan. I'm nerd. Nerd is in.
Nerd is not in.
It is. I've got
Nerd was in 2012, all right, when people liked and watched The Big Bang Theory, okay? Not in 2024 when people like and watch Young Sheldon, okay?
I don't like that you can track pop culture by what age Sheldon is in the show.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm looking forward to old Sheldon. That'll be a big hit.
Elderly Sheldon. Yeah. Elderly Sheld. I like that.
His name's Sheldon.
Yeah, I mean, he shortens it in his old age.
No.
He has Alzheimer's. He forgets the last bit of it.
Oh, that's... Anyway, so yes.
We're so early into this episode.
We are so early in. I can't stress that enough. Yes, you're right. Doctor's like health and safety, and then Verity Lambert's like, who are you, cunt? And he's like, don't worry about it.
Is what's happening here neither of us wrote well detailed enough notes?
No, I don't really think so.
Right, so the doctor's off, right? The Sonic can't pick up any life-threatening ghosties in the area, so he's off to explore more of the house.
Yeah.
And, like, see where this ghostie is. He picks up a candelabra.
A what?
Yeah, right, here's a fun story about this. I once worked in a fancy wine bar.
That's what we need in this on this podcast. More tangents and long stories.
Right, no, this is it's not long, I'll keep it short. Right, I once worked in a fancy wine bar. Right.
Oh, yeah.
And candelabra reads candlebrass.
All right.
Right. That's how it's spelled. So I had never heard of what a candelabra is, which is basically a prong for candles. Right.
Yeah. So did you, like an idiot, go, oh, where's the candlebrass?
In front of a table of 20 fucking rich snobs.
Did they all laugh at you and then wipe their tears with money?
Every single one of them laughed at me. And
look at this little poor boy. He doesn't know what a candle brass is.
I got so like, when when that many people are laughing at you, right?
Yeah.
And you don't even know what to do, so you just kind of like fucking puff out a little bit, right? And I left, and I was like, the first person that saw me was like someone that worked with me, and I was like, fucking idiots, because it's spelt candle brass anyway.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but anyway, I learned a hard lesson that day, and ever since every time I've seen one, I've been like, "That's a candelabra."
This is your trauma.
No, it is my trauma. Right, so Clara's quite impressed with this nerd because he spent his hard-earned, not a prisoner of war cash on a big fuck-off haunted mansion. This is his house.
And what the fuck is going on? All right, first of all, how rich is this guy as well? Like, dude's got some money. I mean, it was like the 70s, so it probably cost like a tenner or whatever. But like, still.
We can afford this if we stop buying lattes, Nathan.
I never will. I refuse. I need my iced coffee. I need my guacamole on toast or whatever. All right.
Yeah.
I refuse to cancel my Netflix subscription. I don't even have a Netflix subscription, but.
Do you piggyback?
Yeah, still my dad's.
Fuck, the fact that they haven't caught up to you yet, it's impressive.
They have, but it's still like, all right, it doesn't matter. it just does not matter.
Nathan, you're forgetting that we can whiz through this at any point. This is our podcast. We've earned enough goodwill to just be able to speed through a boring episode.
As I started that story, I was like, there's nobody who needs to hear this. A nothing story. Let's move on, okay?
Okay, all right, fine. Anyway, yeah, so the nerds bought the house. This is his nerd house.
Yeah.
It's where he keeps his nerd setup.
What is your beef with this guy, man? Is it because he didn't play Wolverine?
Yeah, I haven't let it go.
You didn't even know. Clara quite rightfully questions it, I think. First of all, Clara's looking great in this episode, as she always does. The Doctor's also looking great. I don't think we ever talked about it since he changed his outfit, but do you like his little waistcoat situation?
Oh, we didn't actually. Yeah, we spoke about his new outfit in length, but he didn't have the waistcoat on, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think it flows. It looks good. It breaks up. I mean, I like it without and I like it with, which is the mark of a good suit.
Bit of a switch up next week. Not really. Not that much of a switch.
Is that Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS?
It's Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS.
I think
the biggest promise of an episode ever. Let's see if it can live up. Spoiler alert.
The one thing I know about that is it promises the world. And boy, does it not deliver.
God, I cannot tell you how excited I was. We'll get into it next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, we're stagnated this much that we're talking about next week's episode.
Look, Clara quite rightfully questions it. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you buy this fucking Scooby-Doo mansion or whatever? And he's just like,
I had all that money from all the avocado and toast I don't have.
Yeah, exactly. I've got the Victoria Cross in an attic or whatever, so like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
That's what he says to her. Yeah.
Good, fuck you, Clara.
Yeah. I do like the scene that follows this when we get a little bit of the Doctor being an alien in the sense that, like, again, not understanding social norms and everything like that. Because there's a nice scene like with Clara and Verity Lambert talking and stuff. And the Doctor just literally walks right in between them, grabs presumably someone's milk, just a bottle of milk, and starts drinking it straight from the bottle as well, and just interrupts their conversation.
It's horrendous when you consider how warm that milk must be, or at least room temperature tepid milk.
Room temperature milk is not good, man.
No, it's really not.
Like when you go to a hotel and there's like a hotel breakfast sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you go, I'll get myself a nice bowl of cereal and stuff, and then it's just the warm milk on the side. Not good, man.
No, what is going on with that?
How have you not figured out a way to chill this milk?
Yeah, man, you can have ice buckets for beers and stuff. Just put the milk in a container that is cool.
Yeah, figure it out, man. Come on.
I'm not asking for fucking frozen, all right? I'm just asking for not warm.
Yeah, which I don't think is too much to ask.
No, exactly. When you're paying those prices,
yeah, God, expensive these days.
Trading that for a house, man. All these luxuries. You cut down on your milk.
If I cut down on my hotel milk, then maybe I'll be able to afford a house.
Right. So yeah, this is a fun scene. Clara's kind of inquisitive as to what an empathic psychic is. A concept presumably that the episode has just made up and is a thing that we should all know.
I don't know much about the lore of psychics, to be honest.
No, not
so I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, so essentially, she's like, oh, it's not so bad. It basically just means I feel some stuff. And the doctor goes, yeah, they're lonely. They're amazing, but they're so lonely. They got no mates. No one loves them, and they expose themselves to all the guilt and pain. Horrendous life. And Clara's like, why don't you zip it, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it.
It is good. Do you want some house lore?
Oh, I'd love some house lore.
Okay.
There's in the TV show House, starring that guy, whose name I forgot. Hugh Laurie. Is it Hugh Laurie?
It is Hugh Laurie, yeah.
Hugh Laurie, yeah. Where he's like Sherlock Holmes, but a doctor or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the tone of that show is. Every clip I've seen of that show is wildly different in tone.
I've never seen it, to be honest.
Sometimes it reads more like fucking Grey's Anatomy, and then other times it is just Sherlock but doctors.
That's what it is. It's Sherlock, but he's a doctor or whatever. Yeah.
So Caliburn is the actual name of the haunted mansion. It's 400 years old, but the ghostie has been around for much longer than that, apparently.
Ooh, she's mentioned in local Saxon poetry, I believe.
You've got some house lore as well.
As well as parish folk tales. The Wraith of the Lady, the Maiden in the Dark, the Witch in the Well.
Dun, dun, dun. The Ghast. Is that a thing?
The Ghast, yeah. The Caliburn Ghast, they say.
I've never heard of that. The Ghast. What's that meant to mean?
It just sounds like you're mispronouncing ghost.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually pronounced ghost, mate.
Yeah, I think you'll find, actually, mate. It's ghost.
Not to interrupt your house lore or anything.
That's all those posh boys who laughed at you. They're like, and actually, I think you'll find it's ghost, my good man. Anyway, let us retire to the country club.
Oh, fuck them. But yeah, right. There's some bloke in the 17th century once observed. Some bloke in the 17th century once observed the ghostie. And said that she was accompanied by a knock that sounded like the devil himself demanding entry. And then some soldiers left offerings of like tins of spam or something. And they were later discovered along with notes from the help of the house, basically begging the ghostie to stop screaming. If someone offered me a tin of spam as like an offering, I'd haunt them more.
You don't like spam?
Who likes spam?
I like spam.
Right. That's awful.
What's wrong with spam?
What's right with it, man? It's just fucking, it's like little, like juiced up fucking weird meat that no one wants.
Nice bit of spam. Spam fritter.
A spam fritter.
Yeah, it's nice. You can't go wrong.
I think you can. I think it starts with the spam, to be honest.
It's good stuff.
So you'd accept this as a ghostly offering, would you? You'd be like, oh, sick, all right.
I would, yeah. If I was screaming, all right, and then someone offered me a can of spam, I reckon I'd be like, yeah, all right.
I'll turn it in for the night.
I'll shut up, yeah.
I can make my
give
spam.
You give me a can of spam. That's it, man. I'm good.
Bob's your uncle. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone's ever getting haunted by Nathan, you know what to leave out.
Just give me some spam.
Clara does pick up from all these photographs that she's always in the same position. The camera changes around and like the angles are different, but she's always in the same position, seemingly like reaching out or something.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a bit blurry. They can't really tell. I do quite like this. I like the nerd has a line about something like she is an objective phenomenon and objective equipment can't detect her without an empath psychic. Right?
What's a candelabrum?
A candelabrum?
Yes, because that's how this is written. That's how it's described in the script. The doctor gets the candelabrum, holds it closer, examining the photos.
Maybe there's levels to it. This seemingly is only three-pronged.
Which is the one the doctor has, yeah. The doctor has a three-pronged one.
So I'm going to go back to those fucking old dusty cunts.
You didn't even know. You're even more wrong than you thought.
No, don't tell them.
I'm going to tell them. No. I'm going to find them so they can all laugh at you even more.
No. To be honest, looking at that room and the average age, they were probably mostly dead by now. And that's fine. And that's fine. Yeah. Do you know what? Good.
Jesus. All right.
They'll never hear this. Because they're dead.
No. I don't know why I'm saying no. They sounded like Tories, so yeah.
Yeah, they were. They very much were. I think they tipped shit as well. I think they gave a shit tip.
Did they?
Yeah.
They're not even tipping you after they humiliated.
Yeah, exactly. After they all have a good scoff about me.
To be fair, we don't really have a tipping culture. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in that wine bar had a tipping culture.
Although, yeah, there is in like rich places, like
Yeah.
expensive places. Yeah.
Mate, if your bill has come into like $1,000, you're tipping.
Oh, well,
Well, no, that's how the rich stay rich, Nathan. That's how they get you.
I'm not.
You're not spending $1,000 in a restaurant, though, are you?
Exactly, that is true. I can't imagine spending $1,000 in a restaurant. That's more than my rent. So, like,
Exactly. Who's doing this?
exactly.
So the Doctor... Did you notice the sheer force that the Doctor taps Clara on the head?
yeah, it was quite fun.
Fucking close to knocking her out.
Yeah.
So the Doctor wants her help. They want to go ghost hunting, and Clara doesn't really want to go, but the Doctor, a bit more alien stuff,
scared.
he gives her the face.
He gives her a face. Yeah, she's a little bit scared. I like this. I'm giving you a face sort of moment thing.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's very cute. It's very cute. Yeah, and I like that Clara's a little bit scared as well. A little bit of like we've seen Clara be very brave and stuff up until now, so it was nice to see a little bit of the fear that's actually hiding underneath. Really.
Yeah, just a different kind of flavour to her character.
Yeah, definitely.
For anyone saying that she doesn't have many traits.
He's going there.
I'm on side. You come for Nathan, you come for me.
I just think she was pretty.
I'm that guy from Spider-Man. You mess with Spider, you mess with all of us. That's me, I'm in my cap.
He stinks and I don't like him. But then he does like him because New York or whatever.
Yeah, this is New York,
Hey,
baby.
this is New York. We love Spider-Man. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
Hey, Green Gubby, get out of here.
Hey, I'm walking here, Green Cup.
I inexplicably have a lead pipe with me.
Hey, I have a nondescript construction job. Hey.
So true.
We're all on this bridge at midnight. Hey, okay.
Oh my god, 40 minutes
Midnight
in.
is the perfect time for a school trip for the children to ride that fucking that cable car thing, isn't it?
I never thought about that. Or suffer the children.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Oh god.
It's good stuff. Good movie. Anyway.
So yeah, Clara's against going, but she does so anyway, right?
Brave.
Yeah, she wants to be dead. They're doing flirting. She fancies him so much, doesn't she?
She does. I think it's pretty much spelled out for you in this episode. That
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. Clara, why are you so sad all the time? Because I love you. A little bit. So the Doctor wants to ask the ghost what she is and why she's ghostly.
Oh wait! Before they do pop off, Verity Lambert, who made Doctor Who, turns to them and says, "The music room is the heart of the house," and then the Doctor's just like, "All right,
Yeah.
anyway."
I can't wait for that to be an
I guess.
idea in the script that comes back.
Yeah. All right. And off they pop.
Yeah. So yeah, the Doctor wants to know what the ghost is, why she's a ghost. First little sign that of like, everyone knows why ghosts are ghosts because they died and they got some unfinished business. That's a known thing. So it's the first little sign that like maybe something's not all right with this ghost.
Is that a known thing?
Yeah, ghosts are typically ghosts because they died and they have unfinished business in the spirit in the world and they can't move on into whatever.
So if you finished all your business, that's it. You don't get to be a ghost.
No, I don't think so. I think you just move on. That's what you want. You want to be at peace. Being a ghost is not good.
Maybe I want to be a ghost.
You seen that movie with Ricky Gervais, Ghost Town?
No, I try not to watch anything with Ricky Gervais. He's an
It's
awful man.
very fair. Yeah, he is.
He's a horrible human being.
He comes. His unfinished business is that he hasn't told enough people that he's an atheist,
Yeah.
and he has to come back.
Oh, I just think the Bible's true. Oh, fuck off, Ricky, man. Shut up.
What an awful bloke. What just fucking an exhausting man to listen to.
I'll tell you what, in the reins of trying to get this episode back on track, what I do enjoy is a little bit of a dig at fucking Carlisle, of all places, where they're like, when Clara's been scared and they're like, ignorance is bliss, not ignorance. What's the opposite of bliss? And Clara says Carlisle.
I don't.
No, remember, you're looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot.
You're not. I'm sure it's me. What am I not getting? What I don't get it. Am I dumb?
Okay, so yeah, Clara says to him, say we actually find her, what do we say? And the doctor says, we ask how she came to be, whatever she is. And he says, because I don't know, and ignorance is, what's the opposite of bliss? And then Clara says, Carlisle. So he says, yeah, ignorance is Carlisle.
I still don't get it. I still don't understand.
Okay, just saying Carlisle's the opposite of bliss.
But who's Carlisle?
Carlisle is a town in the UK.
Oh, I don't know that. I thought Carlisle was the dad in Twilight. Oh, fucking go away! I'm not a map. I don't know.
I'm not a map. I don't even know what to say.
Where is this town? I don't know where this town is.
It's in England.
Yeah, England's a big place. Where?
It's not that big.
What, north, south?
I don't fucking know.
Then you're not a map either. You're acting like you know all this stuff about it.
I'm not a map, but I've heard of it, all right?
I've never heard of it. I'm sorry I fucked up your flow, but I've never heard of this.
Great. Just... Great. No, never mind.
No, what?
It's in the north. It's in the north, all right?
All right. See, that's why I don't know.
Did you not even notice that in the episode? And then you just went, I'm just going to reject that from my memory.
No, there's just some stuff that I just don't like. I'm like, brushes over me. Well, I didn't get that. Anyway. Well, you're telling me every time an episode says something you don't know about, you stop and you Google it in your tracks, do you?
No, I don't. But, like... I don't know. I would assume you would know what Carlisle is. I don't know why, but I just assume everyone from the maybe that's ignorance on my part, okay? But I assume just how I automatically assume everyone from the UK knows what London is. I assume that everyone from the UK also knows what Carlisle is.
All right, but one is the capital city of the country.
I know. Okay.
And I've lived there.
Yes, I know. But still, okay.
Look, no beef on you. I don't know it. I'm just saying. Right, what's happening next? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm thrown off by that.
So they're creeping about the mansion, the Doctor and Clara are. And as they turn a corner, the camera lingers a little bit, and there's a little creepy movement thing that happens in the shadows behind them. Yeah. Someone's going,
It's me doing a little crab walk or whatever.
Just following Clara around, going,
No!
Like a pervert.
No, I'm not a seedy pervert like you.
Hide from Nathan, the pervert.
No! I'm a respectful man. I just look at her longingly with like heart eyes, you know.
Oh, okay, so it's actually kind of sweet.
Yeah.
You yearn for her.
I yearn for Clara Oswald.
We've got to find a word that isn't seedy, that sounds creepy.
All right. Let's move on.
You respectfully observe Clara.
Yes. I am looking respectfully.
Yeah, see, that's nice. I'll do that. Yeah. Right, so anyway, the nerd and Emma are questioning about where the Doctor's actually from. They're defo. He's like, he is not from the Ministry, right? She says he's devious.
Devious.
He's a devious boy. He's a cheeky boy. And I quite like this. They're obviously into each other, and he's like, look, some people are pretty devious because they've seen some scary shit. Some people lie about stuff because they're kind of ashamed of who they are as people, and they are moments away from kissing.
Doug Ray Scott seems pretty clocked on that he is from the Ministry, though. He's like, yeah, he seems like the type. They all seem pretty up themselves and clever and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, because he matches up with the traits that he's seen.
Yeah. He matches the vibe of the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So he's friends with Henry Cavill and that other guy you said.
One of the Reachers Orions.
Yeah, one of the Reachers Orions. Tom Cruise, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Did they almost kiss? Did they? I don't think
No.
Kissed,
they do. But they're like, their hands are getting closer to each other. There's a bit of a moment, and then he's like, "Oh, I need to look at my nerd setup or something," and then he goes away. He like reduces the moment back to nothing. So
anyway, the Clara and Doctor get to the heart of the house, Lawrence, the music room.
Yeah. Ooh, the heart of the house.
Ooh. Doctor asks Clara if she feels anything, to which she says no. And then he says a line which is quite silly and bizarre. Ha, your pants are so on fire. What an odd way to say you're lying.
I like that though. I laughed. It's doctory, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's fun, I guess.
Matt Smith reads it like he's just read the saying somewhere on a TARDIS monitor and has never actually practically used it.
And he's like, oh, I love that. I'm going to say that. I can't wait for that. Right. And it doesn't quite work the way, but he just really wanted to force it in. Yeah,
he's like, this is as close as I'm gonna get, and I'm really excited to drop this one into conversation.
That's quite good.
So yeah, the Doctor does have a tingly feeling on the back of his neck, right? They feel like they're being watched, Clara says.
Yeah.
And suddenly the Doctor's breath goes a bit icy, right? He does some breath tests. He takes a bit of a step back and forth.
He takes a breathalyzer.
He don't. No, he doesn't. That's not what that is. He's not drunk.
He is. He's drunk.
But he's stepping back and forth. He's like, "Oh, I'm in a cold spot," and he draws a circle on the ground.
What is it with circles and spooky shit, man? Because like, if you draw a circle, because I was watching Agatha all along like recently, and it was all over circles, man. You couldn't get enough circles. Whenever someone's been cursed or whatever, they draw a circle, and there's like, oh, here's a circle.
It's supposed to be a witchy thing, isn't it? Though, like
yeah, spooky.
Like I think it's like a connection thing, isn't it? Like you you start something and connect it up.
It closes it off, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah. So there people have probably written essays about this, and here we are, like circles.
Should I become a witch?
What would you use your powers for?
Evil.
And would you commit to it? Would you get like a big long nose? And would you go green and stuff? Would you go full?
I wouldn't go. I'm not going Elphaba. I don't want to be Elphaba.
So what kind of witch are you going?
I feel like that's a stereotypical image of a witch. I'd be a hot witch.
No, I'm a witch racist.
You are. You're a witch racist. Yeah.
All right, but what would you ride a broom?
Is Ariana Grande a witch? I haven't seen Wicked.
No. Oh yes, she is. Sorry.
So
yes.
they're both witches.
Yeah, right. Galinda is the good witch, I believe.
So there's you know that classic meme then that's like either the two dudes arguing, the classic video or whatever.
Yeah.
So that dude's actually wrong. Because he's like, she's a princess. She grew her crown and came down in a bubble, dude. You're going to tell me I'm wrong? You're going to fucking look at me and tell me I'm wrong?
So having watched The Wizard of Oz recently, right, she calls herself the good witch. And then when Dorothy says, witches are ugly, she's like, not all witches are ugly. Look at me, I'm fit, is what she says.
So that dude who's saying, you're going to tell me I'm wrong? Is objectively wrong.
He's factually wrong, yeah.
And he's just shouting louder and has the confidence about him, which is there you go.
We podcast, that's half the battle.
There you go. Anyway, Doctor Who.
Yes. We're an hour in. Oh no, this is worse than Cold Ball.
Do you remember when we did Rose in 35 minutes?
How the fuck did we do that? We must have missed so much out of that.
Probably. I think just for fun, one of these days we should re-record Rose and see how long it takes.
What's that? Is that a redux? A Rose redux?
Yeah, redux. Yeah, maybe we'll try that for fun one day and just see how long it goes.
Not this December. You got enough coming, all right?
No, yeah, you got enough. Maybe next Christmas. We'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, the Doctor draws a circle and then kind of just like walks out the room, and Clara's not very happy about it, but she runs after him too. The nerd machine starts going. The Richter scale, I believe.
The volcano / ghost machine. It's off the chain. It's off the charts.
It's fucking going.
Look, there's one of them. I don't know which one, but one of them is here. Is the house shaking?
You guys need to check.
It's probably a ghost. This is the stupidest
Get under a table, or maybe don't. I don't know.
This is the stupidest bit we've done on this podcast.
So yeah, the nerd notices it's getting chilly and the temperature's going down. He sees the thermostat kind of lower. Ice is freezing over the windows. The ghosty is on its way, Nathan.
Ooh. Yeah.
What comes next is a genuinely not spooky's the wrong word, right? But the Clara goes.
It is quite scary.
It is a bit, yeah.
I think this episode does have some genuinely scary moments in it.
Oh, there's one in particular that genuinely shit me up a minute. I went, oh, fuck me.
Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, we'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the Doctor and Clara get a bit spooked because there's like a big fucking. A big loud like thudding thing, and they're like, "Oh, we're scaredy boys. We're scaredy boys."
Yeah.
And then Clara's like, I'm scared, but you don't actually have to hold my hand. And then the Doctor very comically puts up his hands and goes, "But I'm not holding your hand. It's a ghost." He says.
We were just shy of Clara doing like a 4-take back and forth, like a kind of head turn, and they go, ah!
But if you're not holding my hand, and someone's holding my hand, then that means, ooh, or whatever they do in Scooby-Doo, you know?
I know the joke. I like the joke.
And then they run through all those doors, like that episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It all connects. Yeah, exactly. It all connects.
So yeah, it's a ghosty. I will. This is one of the only times, right? And I had a preconceived notion that I was aware that there was an opinion going around that late in Matt's tenure as the Doctor, he becomes a bit too buffoonish and a bit too cartoonish. I'd heard that opinion being kind of around, and this is the only time I've ever agreed with it, right? And apparently this starts in like late season 6, according to people, because I checked it out.
He's always been a buffoon, though.
No, but kind of more slapstick buffoon is what people say.
I think it's been consistent throughout.
I feel like it has as well. Like I said, this is something I went into season 5 thinking that, like, oh, people say this, maybe this is going to happen, but I don't agree.
Well, people say a lot of things. All right, so look.
They do, but no, just I don't know, something about the way that he kind of holds up both of his hands and then they go, oh!
The holding up the hands thing was very like, whoa, it's a ghost. But still, despite that, it's still like a genuinely creepy moment, especially with like the lighting effects he used and the little puppet thing they have and everything else.
That's a creepy thing going on. It's a
creepy thing, and they don't let you see it too much, which is obviously what works to its advantage. It's the classic fear of the unknown thing. It's like a little scary pig. Oh, what is it? I don't know. Yeah,
classic horror like rules that you don't break.
Exactly.
Anyway, they run back into the main room with all the nerd setup stuff, right? And a big black spooky circle appears, or something.
Ooh.
I thought, is this going to be something to do with the circle that you drew? No,
it's not. It's just another thing.
Yeah.
Although that circle, or was that earlier where it starts to smoke or whatever?
Maybe, I don't know. We've either gone past that or not yet.
Yeah. Anyway, don't worry about it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Big spooky black circle appears. The Doctor manages to snap some pics of it, and before it kind of shatters a little bit.
Oh, one thing we didn't mention earlier: the Doctor walks into a room and then just takes a selfie of himself. Which was quite fun. I do love the way he just takes that selfie. It's very fun.
We are going to get back to the Doctor in a selfie, right? Real soon.
It's good though. It's a good picture.
It is. We'll talk about it. The psychic lady starts to see the ghosty, and she's in a forest. It's kind of like, it looks like a kind of a portal situation, or at least a glimpse into the ghosty's world. And
why do you keep calling it the
"Help
ghosty?
Me!"
Why don't you keep calling it the ghosty?
I like ghost. She is a ghosty, isn't she?
Ghost.
Do you not like ghosty?
I don't. By all means, carry on. But
I've put up with Robot for a few years, so
yeah, but that's a good bit.
I feel like I'm owed ghosty, maybe.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, fair. It's fair.
I like it. Do you know, like a ghosty is like, ooh, ghosty.
No, not a fan for being honest.
No, I'm fine.
But hey, I'm just saying,
apples and oranges, I guess.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks.
Exactly. The wall kind of like shuts. The portal seems to close, but it leaves the words "help me" kind of singed into the wall for a second there.
Yeah. And then it
which is a bit spooky.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. At least we know that she wants help. That's something.
Yeah, it's a little clue. You go, oh, she's actually, the Richter scale has no idea what to do.
Yeah, he didn't write that out in his little fucking lines or whatever. Fucking John Richter. Figure that out.
John on it, there's more. John Richter, Jack Reacher, Jack Ryan.
Oh, no!
He's with them.
Joining the team. Anyway, they're in a dark room, Lawrence, which is a dark room is what photographers, I don't know why I said it like that, use to develop their photographs.
It is indeed. I quite like this scene, man. I like that you get a bit of a look into the nerd. He's like, why the fuck? The Doctor's like, why is it like an accomplished, decorated war hero suddenly buying up a big ghosty mansion and like looking into ghost stories? What's that all about?
Yeah.
And he's like, I quite like the scene. He's haunted by the fact that his job involves sending people to die and stuff.
The Doug Gray Scott is haunted, and I'm not just talking about by this bloody ghost. All right? He's haunted by the sins of his past, Lawrence.
He's only gone and done it. He's drawn the connection. One could say a circle has been made.
I am a witch after all. Yeah, because he killed, and he sent young boys off to kill as well. So he's like, but here he is, still alive, still living and stuff, and where they're not. So
I kind of like that he's turned his fascination into more of like a moral duty. Like he's trying to right some wrongs in his life. I tell you what, this is kind of the first time it comes up properly. I really like the fact that this episode does this whole like. The ghost ends up, right, spoiler alert, the ghost ends up not being a ghost, right? The ghost is like how people are perceived.
It's Doctor Who, yes.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi reason.
Yeah, that was going to be a thing, obviously.
Yeah.
I figured that out as soon as that weird little portal showed up. And then as soon as you see that weird little portal, you're like,
it's not Doctor Who.
It's a space thing, isn't it? You know? Like, well, just let it be a ghost, man. You know?
Have it be a ghost.
Just let it be a weird little ghost.
But no, I this comes up again a little bit later in a great scene. Definitely the best of the episode scene later on. But this idea that people are ghosts and they're like how they're perceived and like the kind of their stamp that they leave on life. That's what is the lasting kind of imprint that they leave behind. That's all really interesting. But the episode goes, you can have 2 good scenes about it, then we're moving on to something in the last 2 minutes that doesn't make a lot of sense.
So Clara and Verity Lambert are talking about how she made Doctor Who, and then they have a quick side conversation about Verity and the Doug Gray Scott, and she's like, "So are you two shagging?" And then she says like, no, no.
It's not, it's not like that.
No, she says. And I don't know. I like how like Verity sort of describes it. Like when she says like talking about getting the signals mixed up, and how people, you think maybe they feel the same way that you do, but you're not quite sure, and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like everyone could just kind of relate to that. So it's a nice little relatable moment, I feel like.
Yeah, like you go, oh, but you're psychic, you should know. She's like, nah, it's not always like that, really.
Yeah, it's not exactly how it works.
Yeah. Clara reckons, of course you love him. He's got those big old ears or something. And then she kind of wistfully looks into the distance and says, stick out like a big old chin.
Yeah.
I don't know if you picked on this. Is a subtle Easter egg to Matt Smith and his large chin.
What?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to be blowing the lid off for you.
You are having my leg.
I'm not, Nathan.
This is insane.
Anyway, in the red kind of developing picture room.
No, I want to talk about that. I like it.
I like
that it sticks out like a big chin. It's cute.
It is cute.
She
fancies him.
She does. She fancies him. And he fancies her.
He just does it. Does he know it yet? I don't know.
Yes.
I think he's got the vibes.
Yeah, he fancies her.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Developing picture room? Question mark?
Yeah, maybe.
Nice. They hang up the selfie of Matt Smith.
It's great selfie.
So good.
It's so good, man.
He's pulling like a Mr. Beast thumbnail face.
Oh, God.
He is.
All right.
I went to a mansion with a ghost.
I bought a mansion and filled it with ghosts. And now I'm making these ghosts compete for $1 million. And every 5 minutes I'm going to kill a ghost or something. Whatever he does.
What the fuck? Oh, it's a fucking stupid episode of this podcast.
What a bizarre episode. I didn't think this had been a weird, stupid episode.
Nor did I.
Anyway.
So Clara is chatting about her and the Doctor still. The psychic lady Emma, she reckons there's a slither of ice in the Doctor's heart.
What a line.
Ooh,
Love
yeah.
that. Yeah, she basically warns her not to trust him. She says there's a sliver of ice in his heart, and I think, oh, that's good. That's good. That's a good line. Enjoy it.
I think it's a good character beat as well, because the scene that comes pretty soon after this, right, is Clara kind of questioning the Doctor a little bit, and kind of it obviously sticks with her enough to be like, I'm going to take the blinders off for a second and actually look at what's going on around me.
Yeah. So the Doctor and Clara run off to the TARDIS, basically. And like, we've had enough of this ghost house. We're going back to our little box.
Yeah.
And I like the moment where Clara's like, I don't think the TARDIS likes me, you know. I think she hates me. And the Doctor explains that the TARDIS is just a bit like a cat.
Yeah.
You know, she's slow to trust, but you get there in the end. She'll warm up to you, you know, which I quite like. And then when they do go in, her umbrella is like quite soaking and stuff, and she just like shakes it about the floor. And the Doctor's like, no, wonder she doesn't like you. You're getting her wet. And then there's just a sweet moment where Clara like just like goes, oh, sorry, apologizes to the TARDIS, and then like the TARDIS just has a little like annoyed rumble back at Clara.
It like moans back at her, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just almost like a cat purring, really. It's I don't know, I just like it.
It's a good little scene. It's fun. These episodes, I think, at their best, even though they can be a bit boring at times, they're at their best when they're like, this is Doctor Who. Throw in a fun little. The TARDIS is a personality. Like it's nice to see that from time to time.
TARDIS is alive.
The TARDIS is alive. Right. This is the best scene of the episode, pretty much. Well, this sequence is the best sequence of the episode
for a number of reasons. Number one, the return of the King.
The King.
The King being an orange space jumpsuit.
Oh hell! Yeah. I was like, oh no, who have I missed now? Not another Dougray Scott moment.
We haven't seen this since Waters of Mars, have we not?
Yeah, this is the first time 11 wears it, so it has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time Matt Smith's in it. So yeah, the iconic spacesuit returns.
Wow.
What a welcome return it is, you know? What a beautiful little spacesuit it is.
Well, the last time he had it on, the Doctor, he was committing war crimes, so I'm glad that it's getting another runabout.
It is getting a fair shake of things this time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Although I don't think he was committing those war crimes in the spacesuit.
Oh,
wait, no, yes, yeah, no, he did.
No, he did, yeah. He stepped out, didn't he? Yeah.
He stepped, he was wearing it as he stepped into the base, and he was like, the laws of time are mine, and they will obey me. Yeah, he said in
what
the
a
suit.
Bitch of a bloke.
What a bitch he is. Time Lord, more like Time Lord Vic Fartius.
No,
I got him.
So this is a great scene, right? The Doctor pulls out. Clara's not impressed. She says the Doctor says it brings out my eyes, and Clara says it hurts my eyes. So not a fan.
Not a fan. She'll get there. She'll warm up to it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Look, it's the best Doctor look for every Doctor, apart from 9, because 9 didn't wear it.
9 did not wear it. That's not. Also, it's not true. It's a good Doctor look for every Doctor, but it's not the best.
All right, it's the best kind of one-off look, apart from maybe Tennant's tux and Converse.
No, that was bad.
That's a great look.
No, it's not. It's not. It's such a generic, cheap-looking tux.
I mean, yes. Yeah, it is. But he's a little grunge guy, isn't he?
No, there's no style to it.
All right, what about Matt Smith's wedding tux? Both white and black variants.
It's not to my taste, personally. It fits Matt's vibe.
Yeah.
It's not to my taste, though. So
I
prefer the orange spacesuit to the wedding tux.
Okay, all right, interesting. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the best Doctor so far to have rocked it? Matt or David? What, the orange suit?
Yeah.
I think David gets more play in it.
Well, yeah, he does. He uses it for like 3 separate episodes, so yeah, he does.
I think he looks good. I don't like what he's doing. I don't like the crimes he commits whilst wearing it.
All right.
But I think he looks good in it. All right, anyway, look, we're doing suit talk for other episodes.
What do they do in this show about time travel, Lawrence?
They go back in time. Go quite far back in time. You could almost say maybe 6 billion years back in time?
Maybe.
Way more than that. It would have to be way more than that.
Why would it have to be way more than that?
No, I'm thinking of dinosaurs. They were 65 million years.
Yeah, it's not billion, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Oh, I corrected myself before you could. All right. Anyway, the TARDIS lands on a big old crater thing 6 billion years ago. And then the Doctor goes back inside the TARDIS, goes, sick, nice one. And off they go to visit another time period.
He's burning. He's burning. He's hot.
He's hot. He's a sizzly boy.
Yeah.
What year does he go and visit next?
He goes. It's like the Jurassic dinosaur area because there's big bugs or whatever. And they're
bugs.
Look at that big bug.
Get a load
It's
of
a
this.
big bug. Let's take a picture of this big bug. And then they're at the house, presumably supposed to be when it was built, in back in the day. Although it does still have all the wear and tear and moss growing on the stairs and everything. But sure, whatever.
It's brand new, Nate.
Yeah, it's brand new. It's a brand new 400-year-old building.
The vague New York construction guys have just left.
Hey! They've seen off the Green Goblin. And they've finally finished their work. Yeah.
So yeah,
and he's taking pictures the whole time. He's taking a picture here. He's taking a picture there. He's then he has to go out. He goes forward in time, and they go to Earth's a dying crater, and it's burning. And he goes to take photos. And Clara, and he's back in the jumpsuit as well for that point. So cool stuff. And Clara just watches it on the little TV monitor. Well, I like it whenever the TARDIS just decides to film the Doctor.
Yeah, here's what's going on. Here's some context. Yeah. Right, here's what's going on outside.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is good. I like that in and amongst all of this, Clara is a bit downtrodden. The Doctor does see it a few times and kind of implores Clara. Just goes stay where you are. Do not move. Do not even breathe. Shallow breaths. And because he just thinks the TARDIS is just going to be quick to anger with Clara. But I tell you what, though, it gets real very quickly because Clara's looking him out on the monitor and she looks a bit teary even straight away.
She does, yeah. And then when he gets back in there, she asks him, did we just watch the entire life cycle of the Earth from birth to death? And the Doctor's like, yeah, what's wrong with that? That's great. I love that.
Yeah. What could possibly be not cool about that?
Yeah. But I like, you're right. This is the best scene in the episode. This is a great scene because it just really, I love those moments where of course the Doctor, he does understand, but I think he just forgets sometimes. He doesn't necessarily see it from a regular human's point of view, that because his life is so fast paced and moving from planet to planet and adventures and all this sort of stuff, and because he's a time traveler, so he looks at time obviously different to anyone else. It's just removed from that context, you're not going to necessarily think about the entire cycle of your planet just dying, really. No, and I enjoy the fact that it's something that has such a deeply... We talked about this last week with Clara, right? The moment where she sees those two sailors fucking basically skinned and ripped apart. Yeah.
Right, and it's a moment where it got very real for her. And this is that moment just on a massive scale.
Very much so. Yeah.
Yeah, because it can... I guess if you're sat in the TARDIS and you're watching stuff through a monitor, stuff can feel very you're removed from it. But it's not they're not going somewhere and seeing a projection of the Earth dying. Clara's looking at it on the screen and going, that's done. It's finished.
That's the actual Earth actually dying. Yeah.
And it's I don't know, it's just such a great
my
moment.
Yeah. And she's my body's out there, presumably. To you, I've been dead for billions and billions of years. And at the same time, I haven't even been born. Yeah. How the fuck does that work? That's fucking insane.
But this is what I was talking about earlier with the great way of incorporating the central focus of the episode into a character moment, the whole ghosts thing, the people that haven't been yet and the people that are long gone and still able to speak here and now. It's the imprint you made on life when you were there and not after you've left it. It's creepy and it's a great Doctor Who spin on an idea or a concept. And it works really, really well. The episode is never better than when it's doing this kind of shit with the idea of ghosts, I think.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. Clara asks the Doctor, she doesn't ask him, she just says, we're ghosts to you. We must be nothing. And then he basically describes her, kind of her, but also all humans as the only mystery worth solving.
Yeah, I like that line. It's good. It's it's his fascination with it, and I think you can see in his performance, he kind of is at a loss of what to do. Like, I've clearly let you down, but like, this is me. Like, this is my life. And he kind of just like shrugs a little bit and walks out, which is pretty crazy.
This is real. This is me, as Demi Lovato once said.
That's exactly where I'm supposed to be now.
Is that Demi Lovato?
Yeah, Camp Rock, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Gonna let the light shine on me. No,
you're the voice I hear inside my head, the reason that I sing. I need to find you. I gotta find you. She loves mouth acting, does Demi Lovato, isn't she? Big mouth actor.
Big mouth actor.
Same with Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley is very much a mouth actor.
I've seen that video. Right?
What video?
You've seen it. Don't play this off as your idea.
Am I missing something?
You not seen this video? There was a lady that went around on TikTok a while back, like doing like fucking perfect impressions of people that are good at like mouth act, people that you can do incredible impressions of just through your mouth. And Keira Knightley was like the OG, the one that was always in like the first one of every video.
Oh, maybe.
Blood's out here having the same. Like, you could have gone viral. You could have had that girl's life, Nathan.
No, that's another thing everyone knows. Everyone knows Doug Ray Scott was Wolverine, and everyone knows Keira Knightley's mouth.
Don't spin this. That's not fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, the TARDIS is back. They're back in 1974. It's still raining. It's pouring. The old man is snoring. They go into the house, and Verity Lambert asks Clara what's wrong, because she's looking a little sullen and stuff. And she says, "I just saw something I wish I hadn't." To which Verity says, "What did you see?" And she just says that everything ends.
Yeah.
And then Verity's like, "But not love. I love love.
I love love so much.
I love Wolverine. I love not Wolverine."
I love not Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's point of contention in their relationship. She's watching the Wolverine films and he's like, "Turn this shit off."
She's watching Deadpool and Wolverine. She's like, "The amount of money you could have made for this, okay?
Thanks a lot, not Wolverine.
But you just had to wear that little denim suit, didn't you? You just had to be in Tom's silly little movie, didn't you? It's not even good. It's not even a good movie. It's the worst one.
It's easily the worst one.
It's easily the worst one of the franchise.
Oh, Douglas Scott, man. Fuck. All right, so if you'll indulge me, I think this is a good part of the episode we can breeze through a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Let's skip to the end.
All right. Right, so the Doctor starts shitting out his theory that this ghost is actually a pioneer time traveler. She's crash landed in a pocket universe about 3 minutes ago from her perspective, but she's in a world where something moves slower or something.
If I may, just interrupt for a moment.
Fucking hell, breezing through went well.
It's not a theory. It's just the truth.
No, but he's like positing it. He's like,
but he's not positing it. He's showing them evidence. He's showing them photographed evidence of the truth. Okay,
right, we're
he's not
at 1 hour.
presenting a hypothesis and being like, maybe
we're 1 hour and 20 minutes in, and you're splitting hairs over a word.
I'm just saying, you'll get called up on it.
Yeah, by you.
Would you rather it be me, or would you rather people at you and be like, "Actually, Lawrence"? Or would you rather me at you later?
No.
Be like, "Actually."
One way or another, it's coming from you.
Probably would.
So, time moves much slower or something.
Look, she's in a pocket dimension. He gets out a balloon. He's like, "She's here. We're here."
Yeah.
Look, this balloon metaphor makes no sense whatsoever. And you could have just done it without the balloons, if I'm being completely
You also explained it well enough, and then you did the balloons. Like, the balloons should be the first thing.
The balloons added nothing to the metaphor, if I'm being honest. If anything, you've confused it a little bit, I'd say.
The Doctor should have gone, right, here's what's going on. Also, here's 2 unrelated balloons.
Yeah, I like balloons, okay? Anyway, the point is they need Verity Lambert because she is like a shining light to guide the time traveler back into the world or whatever.
She's a psychic lady. She can open a portal or something and let other people come through it. Or, I don't know how it goes.
Maybe that's like that portal we saw earlier.
Maybe. One could guess.
Anyway,
that's
also
my
there's a
theory.
monster. There's also a little monster or whatever, but don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
not important.
Else?
You're supposed to forget about this right now.
Yeah. Where are we skipping to?
So the Doctor set it all up. Right, amplifies supernatural abilities, blah blah blah. The Doctor Verity's like, "Is this going to hurt?" And the Doctor's like, "No, But also maybe quite a lot actually. Also, that'd be right. That'd be proper interesting. You could be in agonising pain.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I also like that they need like a few items to get it done, and he says it's like they need like a crystal from like, I don't know, Parallax 7 or whatever. That's not it. That's just whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then like once they actually have this setup up and running, I think Clara asks, I don't know, something, and he says something. It's something about the Eye of Harmony.
Yeah. So I didn't. I'm glad you haven't got it down, because my note reads exactly: the Doctor has rigged up something of harmony.
It's a subset of the Eye of Harmony.
Right.
And I know the Eye of Harmony is, I think it's like how the TARDIS is powered, or something to do with powering the TARDIS, or something like that.
Right. Oh, yeah, because in season 2, he does have that little crystal that he blows on, doesn't he? And
I don't know if they're related in any way, but...
Oh, it's just a bit TARDIS thing, isn't it? Bit of TARDIS.
Sorry. Sure.
It's also got a baby Slitheen in there or something.
No, that's dead. But...
you just left it in there? Died?
No. I don't know.
You get a second chance to die in a cupboard in the TARDIS.
I'm trying to talk about the Eye of Harmony, and you're just mentioning Slovene babies. All right.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, no. I don't fucking just move on, man.
Okay.
Oh, fucking no. No, I just like that she's like, I don't know what that is, and he's like, yeah, it'd be weird if you did.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fun. Yeah, it's like, he's like, yeah, it'd be well weird if you did. I don't think I even really know.
Yeah.
That is fun. So yeah, basically the doctor cracks his neck, lets out a little small Geronimo, and off he goes. He's in the portal.
I like the Geronimo. Good Geronimo.
Yeah, we haven't had a Geronimo in a while, have we?
We haven't. No. Good to see the return of the Geronimo. Yeah. More Geronimos, I reckon.
Yeah, I think season 5, like, it kind of they did well to put them on ice after the big Geronimo. But yeah. Nah, fucking bring loads more, please. Loads more Geronimos.
Yeah.
So the Doctor lands in a forest. We briefly saw it earlier, but it's on the edge of space or some shit. Or like the portal is all around. I don't really know. It's like a little space forest thing.
Ooh, he's in a forest. The spookiest location of them all.
It is spooky. I put down it looks like the scene in Twilight, because it's got like a kind of a greeny, bluey haze over it all.
It does have like a weird blue filter over it, yeah.
Yeah. So is it Hila? The ghost lady who's not a ghost?
It is Hila, yeah.
Hila. So she runs into the Doctor and she goes, fuck no, there's something in the mist. And the Doctor says, yeah, we should probably run, basically.
Yeah.
Some hijinks ensue. There's a bit of running about. They scare each other by bumping into each other, going back to back. That's quite fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyway, they get out. Well, she gets out.
Yeah. Oh, wow, we're skipping. Okay, cool. Yeah.
There's not much here. They're just running.
No, but she ties herself to a rope, and that's how she gets out. They lift her up, or whatever.
Yeah, they lift her up, but then the portal closes and he doesn't get out, or whatever.
Yeah, he's tied his bow tie to the door to stop big creepy creature from getting him. This creature that's been really well established throughout the episode that we know loads about.
No, but that's good though.
No, it's there. Look, I like that we don't see the design, but like it suddenly feels like it's the end of episode threat out of nowhere. But I don't know. Do you not think?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Fine.
No, because also it's not.
I'll kill myself then.
All right.
There's not a hill I don't want to die on. Like, I'm fine with that. If you don't agree, that's cool.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, the Doctor has no way back, and meanwhile, kind of back on real Earth, the TARDIS bongs, and Clara hears it. The link gets severed. The TARDIS bongs, and the Doctor is being closed in on by the weird creature. And the nerd goes like, "Look at Verity, man. She is not strong enough to open this link again. She can't bring the Doctor back. She's like pretty much passed out." So Clara heads to the TARDIS.
Clara's heading to the TARDIS. The cloister bell is going. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm just skipping way through all these notes here. Clara goes to the TARDIS. She pulls on the handles that say push to open. And they don't open, though, because the TARDIS is having a little strop.
Yes.
And Clara doesn't help things by calling her a grumpy old cow, really.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, it's a stressful scenario, but you're not...
It is.
Yeah.
And then there's she hears like a little buzzing behind her, like a little sort of like the noise of a a vortex manipulator.
It does sound a bit like a vortex manipulator noise.
Yeah, it did. But then she turns around and she sees herself. Two Claras.
And I tell you what, at
I
this
can't
point,
tell you what I'm thinking.
Amy slap. I tell you what, this is the point in the episode where I genuinely, you know that meme of someone sitting forward in their chair?
Locked in.
Yeah, I locked in for a second until I realised, it's kind of nothing, and that's fine.
It's just the TARDIS. It's the TARDIS doing a hologram.
I was like, has Clara come back in time? What's happened? Anything is possible. But yeah, no, it turns out so they cut around it, but we'll just do it now, right? The
TARDIS voice visual interface is I'm programmed to select the image of a person you esteem. Of several billion such images in my data banks, this one best meets the criteria. And Clara's like, "Oh, you're a cow. You're just calling me vain."
Look, I'll be honest. It's funny, and the TARDIS is funny for doing it, but also some character stuff for Clara here, like.
All right, yeah.
It's how she sees herself. Like, the TARDIS isn't... I mean, I guess the TARDIS is exaggerating, but it's founded in some truth. Clara does think quite highly of herself to a degree.
As she should. She deserves to.
She's a queen.
She is a queen. She deserves it.
She does. But yeah, anyway, so that was fun. Then Clara's like, "Can you fucking help?" And the TARDIS is like, "Lol, no, bye." And then leaves. The TARDIS in the form of Clara, I should say.
Yeah, it says like, "No, I can't do that because like all my life would drain or whatever, and I'll die." And I like it when Clara goes, "You're talking, but all I hear is meh, 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 meh."
So the psychic woman does reopen her connection after Clara has left. They kind of come to the realize the nerd is like, "You can do it," and she's like, "Yeah, probably can actually." So she opens her connection, and then Clara gets in the TARDIS. The TARDIS just decides to change its mind.
Yes, I guess. But like, I don't know. All right.
I don't know. I couldn't figure out a reason why, because the TARDIS and Clara were just beefing, and then the TARDIS is like, fuck, I was only joking. Come on.
I guess the TARDIS reluctantly agrees to do it. Yeah.
Like, they were both playing chicken, and the TARDIS went, "Oh, fuck, the Doctor will die, though." Like,
yeah. Kind of do need him, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so off they go. They go flying.
So the Doctor is whizzing about. Right, he's trying to kind of outrun this spooky creature thing. It's like cracking as it moves. It's really gross.
Yeah. It is a weird, gross little creature. I do love the line, "I am the Doctor, and I am afraid." Tell you what, that I remember specifically that clip being in the trailer for Series 7 Part 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And in that clip we see the Doctor without a bow tie saying, "I am the Doctor, I am afraid," in this sort of grassy field looking area. On the fields of Trenzalore. At the fall of the 11th. Okay. That was the running theory. That was my theory anyway.
Yeah.
No, just running from a spooky ghost or whatever.
Yeah, just what a disappointment.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it makes up for it. You do get an extremely emotional bow tie removal later on.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, this is going on. The Doctor, the woman, Emma of Verity, is like screaming. She's like, "Doctor, would you fucking get out of there?" And the Doctor's up, I'm actually chatting. So no.
I need to talk to this little monster or whatever it is. Yeah.
But the TARDIS flies in. No, sorry, no. Before
No. The Doctor's like, "Well, why haven't you eaten me or whatever? Come on, get me, I'm here," and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, you need me. You need me so you can come home or whatever." And then he turns around and sees a big ugly face or whatever.
I tell you what, I genuinely love this design. The way it kind of like always feels contorted and it crooks its neck out and like just every time it moves, it feels like it dislocates a joint. I'm like, oh.
Oh wait, no, that's not where we see him, is it? That's not where he turns around and sees him, is it?
Oh no, yeah, he turns around and sees him later on. But he calls him Romeo or something.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right, this is where the TARDIS flies in.
Yes, this is where the TARDIS flies in.
Yeah, not since the Christmas invasion have we had a TARDIS fly overhead so brazenly. I think.
And it also just like jumps onto it as well, like mid-flight. Insane.
I think you said the Doctor. I say CGI Matt Smith in a shot so quick you could never fucking see.
Yeah, it's so impossible to fucking see.
Yeah. Look, whatever. It's fine. I'll be honest. This is the point in the episode where I went, "Oh, this is shit, isn't it?"
Yeah, it is a little, but I tell you what I do. It's all of it is worth it for the incredible moment when the TARDIS lands back in the mansion.
Yeah.
The Doctor is just clinging to the side of it, and then he just stumbles out as Clara opens the door, and they just have a little high five. It's so good. That little high five is so fucking cute.
It filled me with adrenaline. I was like, "Look at them!"
Yeah.
It is cute. It's one of them acting choices that you'd imagine just on the day they went, "Should we do a little high five?" Like that.
Yeah.
It just feels fun, doesn't it?
It's
fun.
great. It's perfect. It works so well.
It does. What's going on now? What happens next?
So then they're all like,
oh, it's the resolution, isn't it? They start to end the episode. They start to do that. Like the Doctor goes and chats with Verity, and it's like, "Who's Clara?"
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's a girl.
Yeah, she's a girl.
What do you mean?
Doctor's
She's just
like,
a girl.
Anything else?
Nope, she's an ordinary girl.
Yeah.
Pretty. And I'm like, yes. And then
She
clever.
gets it.
Yeah, she gets it. More scared than she lets on, very much so.
Yeah.
And the Doctor says, and that's it? And Verity just goes, and is that not enough? Queen, love it.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like it. I do like that the Doctor is still, like, it's in the background of the episodes. It's not, like, the central focus, but the Doctor is still trying to figure out who Clara is and how she fits into everything going on.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that. I'll be honest, right? I genuinely thought, well, I don't want to... I'll leave a little bit of sizzle here, so we won't go into this too much. There's something to be said about an episode or a season arc having a central mystery, but not making it the core conceit of most episodes of the show. Something we've seen recently is when you overdo a mystery and then maybe don't have the finest resolution for it. But you've told me it matters more than it does, so I'd get let down. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you're getting at. Yeah, definitely. You're being as subtle as a double-decker bus right now. So I can pick up what you're putting down.
No, but there's this era is great for its subtlety, I think. Like it's there, but it's just not at the forefront. So yeah, right. So that scene kind of wraps up. The Doctor's a little bit miffed that like didn't really get an answer that he wanted. So I just fucking found a ghost time traveler for you. You can't even tell me about Clara. Piss take.
Yeah.
Anyway, the nerd is checking out the TARDIS in the courtyard. They're about to head off, I think. Doctor and Clara.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, and they're like, yeah, and you're fucking, she's your granddaughter or your great-great-granddaughter or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, but we're not married. And he's like, well, get married then. Fucking hell.
Yeah, well, fuck it. Yeah, you got a job now, ain't you?
And then Doug Ray Scott is like, but the paradox is, what are you on about? He's like, don't worry, they just take, that's such a Doctor Who answer, isn't it? It's such a, like, it's literally just me going, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
you know?
I think he says, like, some resolve themselves, some don't.
Just move on, yeah. Just carry on, don't worry about it.
You should have said, some resolve, some don't. It really depends on the plot of Doctor Who.
And it depends on who's writing it and what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine. It's fine mostly. You should know. You invented Doctor Who, Verity.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
You and Brian Cox invented Doctor Who. So good on you.
You took a break from running a succession company.
Oh, there it is. You can't fucking miss that one out, can he?
Wait, hang on. Brian Cox, not Wolverine. There's some in there. There's a joke there for people that are smarter than me. Because he's in X2.
Right. He's not in this, though, is he?
Oh, all right, fine. There's a connection, though.
Okay.
A tangible link. I've drawn a circle.
Well done.
So, yeah, the Doctor's walking back to the TARDIS.
How do sharks make babies, Lawrence?
Oh, right. I don't like this ending. I think this is a bad ending.
They make them carefully.
Yes. Go on.
Yeah. Sharks are quite E.T. I don't know. Look, whatever. He realizes the monster was actually in love with another monster.
Yeah.
So there was two monsters. There was one in the house, and then there was one in the pocket
Do
dimension.
a really funny crash zoom into a window, and the monster goes, oh, and
Oh,
hides.
I'm here too. Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't a ghost story; it was a love story or whatever. And then he goes and gets a ghost. He goes and gets the little monster, which is a little ugly monster. And he's like, "Oh, you are fuck ugly. But hey, everyone deserves to be loved." Okay. And then he brings the monster to his GF, or BF, I don't know. And then they walk off hand in hand or whatever.
Yeah,
they don't walk off hand in hand, but they, No,
but the insinuation there is you don't have to keep creeping around a creepy mansion forever now. You can.
I also like that he figured it out because. Like they said something about holding hands, and then he remembered when the monster wanted to hold Clara's hand because it was lonely or whatever. That's so stupid, I love it. That's so stupid. The monster held Clara's hand because he was lonely.
It's so dumb, right? And it's like, yeah, there is a part of me that can't help but just smile about it because it is so stupidly corny and fun. But like, there's another part of me that like the part of me that like writes notes and talks about this show, right? It's not a ghost story. I'm like, but it was more interesting when it was an unconventional ghost story. It's not a love story. The last 2 minutes of the episode might be a love story, but no other part of this is about
Lawrence.
love.
It's the oldest story in the universe. Boy and girl fall in love, get separated by events, war, politics, accident in time. She's thrown out of the hex, or he's thrown into it, and they've been yearning for each other across time and space, across dimensions. This isn't a ghost story. It's a love story. As Taylor Swift once said.
Fuck's sake.
It's a love story, baby. Just say yes. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone.
What do you? So you're fine with all this resolution? You don't care?
It's fine. Yeah, I don't give a shit, man. It's fine. Yeah. Well, it's nice to have two little monsters in love.
I like the idea of the two little monsters creeping around, breaking backs, just walking about.
Yeah,
having a little kiss every now and then or something.
That's nice. Good for them. Yeah. Good for them.
All right, good for them. Nathan, hit that button.
Weirdo of the Week!
Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone.
Weirdo.
What are you doing?
I was out singing you.
You wasn't singing anything.
I was singing the theme song.
I was singing Love Story.
Yeah, but I was out singing you.
This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every single fucking week. Every time I do that, it sounds like I'm really getting annoyed.
Yeah, I fucking hate weirdos.
I just need to stress. I love this. Lawrence, who's your weirdo for this week?
My weirdo is the Doctor.
Doctor Who? Thank you. You better not edit.
You want to be real glad I'm editing.
You better not fucking make me look like a fool. Okay.
I so easily could. Oh, fine, I won't. No, it's the Doctor. Essentially just making Emma almost kill herself again. Well, like, Emma is in, like, fucking burning pain. Verity is like, oh my god, I can barely fucking stay conscious opening this link. And the Doctor's like, ooh, I'm the Doctor and I'm scared. Having a little chat with this monster rather than just sprinting back to the house that she's projected nicely for him. So
does he know she's like...
Yeah, he said it might be agony.
He said it might be, but he doesn't see her at that specific moment though, does he?
I think no, and I understand the point. I understand you're playing devil's advocate, but I'd like to nip that in the bud immediately by saying she spends the entire time he's there screaming, "Doctor, come home."
Yeah.
So like, fucking get your skates on, mate, is my point.
All right, there we go.
Who's your weirdo?
My weirdo is Doug Ray Scott for not doing Mission Impossible instead of Wolverine.
Now I see why you went so hard. Now I get it.
Lawrence, you're gonna ruin my bit.
Now it all makes sense.
Now the biting makes sense.
Now the biting makes sense. An M&M advert.
There we go. What a wonderful time for everyone.
It was indeed. Nathan, speaking of wonderful times, it's time for the audience to have their say.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time, you say?
No. Well, you're having it for 6 months of a year, I heard.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nathan, it's time for the audience to have their say. If you're new, you can write into the emails, the Twitter, the Discord. Let us know your thoughts on the episode, and then we get to pick some of them out and read them live on the show. That's what we're doing now. Nathan, if it's okay with you, I would like to start with a Discord message.
I'll go first. This one.
No, I've spaced them out so that it's... Right, no, I need to say this.
But I'm going to read out 4.
Oh, okay, well, you fucked it anyway. Go on, you go.
No, go on. Well, get your beef off your
Normally
chest.
I space them out so that if I have 5 and you have 3, because mine are shorter, so I go first, so then I bookend it with an... It always goes message, email, message, email, message, email, message.
I don't think it matters that much, to be honest.
You're probably right, but... Anyway, fuck you, go on.
Lawrence, this email is from Lynn Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. Subject line is request. Okay.
Request?
No, it says request.
We're not DJs.
Yes. I know. Well, I am. It says, you'll be surprised by my message. But don't worry. I'm Miss Lynn Smith, a United Bank for Africa employee in my home country of Cote d'Ivoire, West Africa. Found an abandoned sum of 18 million US dollars in my department. This money belonged to one of our largest customers who passed away from cancer years ago. I'm very sorry.
R.I.P.
I reached out to you in the hopes that you could ensure that the entire amount of 18 million US dollars would be transferred into your account in your nation. And Lawrence, can you believe this?
I tell you what we're going to do is we're going to have to split this down the middle.
No, we obviously want to be appropriate. This is not Harmony. This is for Goodlin Smith.
Oh, okay, we're going with this.
I will provide you with comprehensive information on how the business will be conducted after receiving your response and your indication of your capabilities. Additionally, you will receive 45% of the aforementioned amount. So what's that?
Mate, he's getting fucking stiffed on this bank transfer. That is that's unacceptable.
It's a miss, Lawrence. It's a Miss Lynn Smith. Please get that pronouns correct.
My apologies.
Okay.
My apologies.
Lawrence said, I'm not using your pronouns. Fuck you. Okay. Anyway, with 50% going to me and 5% covering any costs. Well, that seems a bit... Why do I have to pay the 5%?
Yeah,
but all right. This is because I don't want anyone at our bank to know that I'm involved until you can confirm that the money has been deposited into your account and invite me to come over for the sharing, as I mentioned. Regards, Miss Lynn Smith. Anyway, the point is, Lawrence, we're now millionaires.
Well, this is fantastic. Right. And when Lynn Smith comes over, I think we should kill Lynn Smith and take the remaining 50%.
I think so too.
Yeah.
100%.
Stiffing us
anyway,
with a 5%
that wasn't
charge.
That wasn't a real one. That was actually just a little joke.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, sorry. It was a real email we received. But it's not like a real Still Got Thoughts thing.
But we're definitely getting our 45 million.
It would. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. This email here is from... Who am I going to read? I actually got quite a few this week. I got none for like the first majority of the week, and then I went on Discord and went, hey, I've got no emails. Everyone email in. And then everyone did. So
now there's too many.
That was too many. This one's from Sam Nixon, who says, still got thoughts on Hyde. Hello, boy. Oh, wait. Didn't you want to do an email first?
No, you already started. Don't toss it off to me.
No, you do it.
No, it's more editing. Just do it.
No, it's fine. You don't have to edit it. We'll go.
All right, fine. Sorry, everyone, for dicking you around.
We'll come back to Sam, all right? Sam, hold your horses.
Sam, wait a second.
Yeah, Sam, wait your turn.
Eager beaver. Bloody hell. All right, this one comes in from Discord, from the Howler. Hyde from this forgettable episode. Hey. So forgettable that I had to Google it.
Hey, didn't you watch it? Watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it. Watch Doctor Who.
Watch Doctor Who with us.
Anyway, what's Sam Nixon saying?
Is that it?
That's it. It's the whole message. They're short messages.
Fucking hell, all right.
This is why I like to pepper them in, all right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You got the easy end of this thing.
Well, I have to choose 5. You got to choose 3.
I read our essays. Yeah, man. I accidentally opened DaVinci and now everything's slowed down. Hello, boys. So glad to be your first email ever. That is true. I'm writing as I've still got thoughts on Hyde.
Whoa.
I remember really, really loving this episode when it aired, but ever since it's kind of waned on me, and I'm not sure why, especially as it's from Neil Cross, who's written some banging television like Rings of Akaten and Luther, series 1 to 3, and no more. There are no more episodes of Luther after series 3, okay? I assume. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Luther. Wasn't there a movie? Was there a Luther movie?
There's a Luther movie. The last thing I saw on Luther, and spoilers for Luther, by the way.
Oh, no, don't say, I might watch it.
All right, I'll just say, all right, fine. I'll just say, I can't, if you're going to watch it, I can't say anything. You're tangible and real. I can't disappoint you.
Yeah,
you're in my life.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it, so don't spoil it, all right?
All right, fine.
I like the spooky vibes, the cast are fun, but for it to flip into the substance-looking love story is a bit cheesy. But I guess that's Doctor Who. That's right, baby. I did think it was odd, however, to cast little-known Australian actor Hugh Jackman in the role of a supposedly famous British ghost hunter. I hadn't heard of him before this point, but I heard he was in the running for the 2000s X-Men film before, of course, Doug Gray Scott got the role. What a crazy successful year Scott had, being in both X-Men and Mission Impossible 2. I wonder what both of their careers would have been like if Doug Gray had to step down and Hugh got cast. I doubt it would lead to 25 years of movies in which you force yourself to watch and review because you ain't no quitters. Very good.
That's very fun.
Anyway, this has been fun. Love you both, especially Nathan, for being so brave while ill. Thank you. I was very brave.
You were so brave last week.
Keep on legging, Sam. Thank you, Sam. We will.
I love Keep on Legging.
I do too. It's good.
It's very good. Thank you, Sam. This one comes in from Connor on Discord. Connor indeed. Or there's loads of kind of accents on Connor. So what's the? I'll show you this quickly. What's the craziest way you could pronounce that?
I don't know what any of those accents mean, so I don't know.
All right, Connor asks. No.
For anyone listening, I don't know how many edits he's made. This is probably about the 6th time he's tried to get through this message. Okay, let's hear it. Maybe this one will be the one.
Connor says, "I missed."
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I missed. I missed.
No. Let me do it.
No. I missed this episode when it first came out, so when rewatching the series a few years later, I was pleasantly surprised to see that I had essentially a brand new 11th Doctor episode to watch. Too bad it's poop from a butt. I don't like the poop from a butt thing now.
No, me neither. I don't think this is poop from a butt.
No, yeah, we've had worse. We've had way worse.
We've had way worse. This is fine. Yeah. It's fine.
Anyway, who's emailing?
I don't know. Who should I choose?
I don't know.
This one is from Ethan Robertson, who says, subject line, you referenced this earlier, or maybe not, because maybe you cut it out, but it says, the subject line is Hyde, and then in brackets, yo kids.
I definitely cut this out, but yes.
Well, there we go. Then a reference to something that's been cut out. Guten Tag, boys. Is this an underrated episode? ? I never see this one discussed much, but for me, it's one of the more obvious highlights of the season. A great atmosphere and monster design make for a pretty spooky episode, and I do love it when Doctor Who whips up an episode that would scare the shit out of the kiddos for this show. This show is meant to be for. An adventure in time and space own Jessica Raine is really good, and I dig her pairing with Not Wolverine as a parody of Ed and Lorraine Warren. See, everyone knows.
Fine.
The Doctor and Clara get great. I didn't realize it was supposed to be a parody of Ed and Lorraine Warren. That's quite cool.
I did not know that.
Do you know who Ed and Lorraine Warren are?
Why do you do this?
I could see by the look on your face, just the blank look.
I know. We're not going to go into it though. We haven't got time.
They're the Conjuring, the couple from the Conjuring.
Oh,
who do ghost hunting and shit.
Oh, I've got no fucking idea. No,
they own Annabelle or whatever. Anyway. The Doctor and Clara get great development too, although Clara, you killed a god 2 weeks ago, now's not the time for an existential crisis. That's fair, yeah. Neil Cross should write more episodes. Man really dropped this and Rings of Akaten and never wrote for the show again. Fair play, King. He might have the best track record of any writer on the show. Wow, high claims indeed. Saying that, though, it would be nice if they could let the supernatural elements stay supernatural for once. Now that the new era of the show is more willing to embrace the fantastical, is there a monster you would want to see in a future episode? Personally, I'd go for an Oni, so we can get a horror-centered feudal Japan episode. Could be sick. I assume that's some kind of Japanese ghost. Anyway, thank you for the laughs and spicy takes. Have a good one, lads. Spicy takes?
Maybe spicy to each other. We disagree on things, and that could create a spice.
Maybe. Kind regards, Ethan, sent from Outlook for Commodore 64. P.S. Nathan, is this you? Okay. Well, okay. It's a screen cap of a YouTube video titled "Who Were the Philistines?" So, don't appreciate that.
That's great. That's really funny.
So there we go. Thank you, Ethan. I guess.
I want a centaur companion.
A centaur companion? That is not practical at all.
It's not my
They'll
problem.
get their hooves all over the TARDIS.
That's not my problem.
They won't even fit through the TARDIS door.
Yeah, no, you can walk straight through it. You get a horse through that. Horse, remember, it's like half horse, half man.
But it's not just a horse. It's a horse and then a person.
Like a duck. Do a limbo.
I don't like it.
No, you don't like I think that'd be cool. I think that's a fantastical element the show shall embrace.
I think that's a horrible idea, if I'm being honest. That's a horrible idea, and you're horrible for having it. I would like to see, what supernatural elements would I like to see? I don't know, I really want to see a vampire in the Vampires of Venice episode. That would have been good.
That would have been good.
But I guess going forward, what's a weird thing? What's a weird, like, cryptid? Mothman? That'd be cool. Just an actual Mothman. You know?
Mothman?
Yeah. Zombies.
You could do zombies, Doctor Who zombies, that'd be good.
Many kind of
yeah,
zombies,
you kind of,
really,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you kind of, they rose from the grave in that episode I haven't seen, apparently.
Yeah.
Zombies are the centaur companion.
A mummy.
They've done the mummy, haven't they?
Oh, yeah,
Was it a space mummy?
Yeah, it was a space mummy or whatever. Yeah.
So a real mummy.
A real mummy.
A real mummy and a centaur companion. And a mummy companion, too.
I don't want a centaur companion, all right?
Why? They deserve a chance to see the space.
No, these can't be companions. They're just one-off monsters for the show.
I wouldn't even call them a monster. I think that's rude. Centaur
Well,
companion.
they are. They're the monster.
Anyway, thank you for writing in. That's lovely. We've got this one comes in from Pearl Goblin, aka Nat, on Discord. I've always loved the setting, 1970s ghost hunting, very like The Conjuring. So there you go, I should have just read that a bit earlier. I also love the performances of Jessica Raine and Dougray Scott as Emma Grayling and Alec Palmer. They truly are the shining stars of the episode, which is a bit strange since they're not the stars of the show. Clara and Eleven don't seem like themselves at all, which brings the episode down before you get into the weird plot that doesn't ever quite make sense. Also, fuck the Doctor for coming here just to get an empath to tell him if Clara is a real girl. He's my weirdo, 6 out of 10, mid but could be worse. Do you think the Clara and the Doctor aren't themselves?
No, not really.
I didn't get that sense.
There's nothing that jumps out to me as them being out of character, really.
I don't know. I do agree with everything else though. The episode, the plot just kind of goes off the fucking rails.
It does kind of just like fizzle and stuff.
Yeah. You got any other emails?
Yeah, I got one more. So this is from Ari Masters. Oh fuck, I doxed her. Ari got mad at me for doxing her. This is from Ari, last name redacted. Hi guys, my name is Ari, and this is my first time writing in. It's probably like your fucking 105th. Right?
Yeah, I've heard this.
I'm not fully caught up on the podcast yet, but I just listened to your Waters of Mars episode, and I have a story to share. Again, this is another lie, but sure.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I posted some of this in the Discord last week, but I have more to add. I think this actually might be a draft from when... So maybe it's actually not a lie. Maybe at the time it was true.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know what's going on here, to be honest. You probably don't know this about me, but I live in the US. Definitely knew that. And recently there was an event that's happened that many of us watched on the TV. Right, so now I'm confused. I don't know if this is a draft or if this is... Because the Super Bowl could have been on or something. Or
it was the obvious thing.
Or it was the obvious thing that we're not talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway... I don't have cable, so I ended up watching the event. You wouldn't need cable to watch the recent event, though. So...
Oh, I don't know. There's too much lore for a fucking email.
So I ended up watching the event at a family friend's house. At some point in the evening, my mum's friend, who has a son over a few years younger than me, commented on my Doctor Who shirt and said, it was actually your son who got me into Doctor Who when we were kids. I told her that our family had come over to their house once when I was 10, and her son Oliver had a new 11th Doctor screwdriver. Sonic screwdriver, that is, sorry. He kept trying to explain to me how it worked, and I thought the whole thing sounded so ridiculous that when I got home, I decided to watch an episode and see for myself. Anyway, I tell my mum's friend this story, and she starts laughing, and then Oliver was only ever into Doctor Who for a few months. Apparently, when he got to the Waters of Mars episode, he was so freaked out that he started having panic attacks and couldn't sleep right for weeks.
Oh my God.
She said they had to start doing therapy exercises with him, like draw a picture of a nice version of the water monster and come up with a happy ending for the episode. After that, he never watched an episode of Doctor Who. I myself thought Waters of Mars was a pretty spooky episode, so I decided to try one of these exercises myself and draw a nice version of the Water Master, which I'm attaching. However, I've been thinking about it. I'm not sure what happy ending for that episode would look like. Any thoughts? I hope you're feeling better this week, Nathan. I am, thank you. All the best, Ari. And then Ari is kindly attached a drawing of this water monster, which says, "Remember to stay hydrated."
Oh my! I've just seen it. Fucking so. It's quite a good drawing, to be fair.
I don't know if I'd put it on the same level as some of Dr. Disco's drawings.
No, look, not in the same level.
No disrespect to Ari, but I'm not sure I'd say it's quite at that level. But hey,
I think they're serving two different functions.
Yes,
I think so.
Yes.
This is a therapy exercise. Well, you need to go around to that kid's house again and just play, sneak in somehow and play our 4-hour episode on the Waters of Mars just to undo some of that therapy.
That would add more trauma, surely, if anything. Any thoughts on what a happy ending for that episode would look like? Maybe the Doctor dying.
Yeah, I was thinking. So what's the captain called again?
Adelaide Scott.
Adelaide. So Adelaide should, instead of shooting herself, just shoot the Doctor in the head.
Yeah, just in the face. Yeah. Just right in the temple.
Right in the fucking... He's dying. Then take the TARDIS, go back in time, kill all your old crew, and fuck everything up again, so it's all fine.
Yeah. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I reckon.
That works, I think.
We solved it. We did it. I don't know if that's a happy ending, but it's a different ending.
Everyone still die. In fact, more people die. Way more people die.
Nothing says a happy ending like way more people dying. So there we go. Everyone.
But the right people.
Including the main character of the show. So there we go.
He earned it in the episode. You know he did.
We solved the Waters of Mars.
We did. Right, I've got two more. This one comes in from Chris. Though the episode had a lot of potential and it wasn't great. Though the episode had a lot of potential and it wasn't the greatest payoff or ending, miles better than Cold Bore, but not the best episode. Question for you both. This is kind of you've snuck it in. Question for you both. When you start Classic Who and then a new Who episode comes out, will you pause Classic Who Rewatch to watch the new Who season?
We did actually talk about this quite recently.
We did, yeah.
The answer is no. We won't pause. We will carry on with the thing. And to be honest, I don't even think we'd if the season comes to an end, I don't think we'd go then back to the new episode then. I think we'd carry on with Classic Who.
Yeah.
And fucking carry on making our way through Classic Who. And the reason for this, and I said this to Lawrence, is because this is a rewatch podcast. It's not a watch podcast, okay? Yeah. We're not immediately watching and reacting to the brand new episodes of Doctor Who. So it's, if there's going to be a bit of distance between them, that's perfectly fine. You know, that's what the show is. That's what the show always has been.
Also, big chunks, it allows people to get on board, you know? Like, let's say you fucking hate New Who, then you find out there's a podcast that's just finished covering New Who on their rewatch, but now they're going into Classic Who, and they're going to be there for like 100 fucking years, covering all of Classic Who.
I haven't figured out how we're going to handle Classic Who yet.
Yeah, like, it's going to be... It's way too much.
it's a lot, but then, I don't know. We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. So yeah, there you go.
There you go. Sneaky question.
Also, you made a whole big deal about you getting the order right so it lines up, and it just didn't line up because now you have 2 in a row. So that just didn't work at all.
Wait, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
All right. There we go then, I guess. Fucking hell.
No, I think, wait, no, because you went first. You shouldn't have gone first.
No, because I went first with the joke one, and then you went with the actual one that we started off with.
No, you still went first.
But but that didn't count. Even if that one wasn't there, it would still be the same way, though, wasn't it? Because it would start with you, then it would go to Sam's email.
No, but you paused Sam. You put Sam on pause.
Irrelevant, because it was still read out after your first one.
Yeah, true. All right, fine. I fucked it up. Right, last one. All right. Right, this one comes in from the damn beaver. I think I enjoyed myself. Doctor Who doing a traditional ghost story is something I'm shocked was never really tried before, and the scene in the TARDIS was honestly brilliant. I'm a sucker for Love Wins endings too, which made it an easy pill to swallow. I don't know though, Clara may as well have not been there. The same goes for last week too. I know she properly comes into her own eventually, but I'm starting to get a tad impatient.
Boo. Why did you read this one out? This one sucks. Boo. First of all, she sang Hungry Like the Wolf.
Yeah, she did do that last week. Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
You just said the TARDIS scene was brilliant. The Clara's...
She flew the... I mean, they're talking about the scene, like, where the Doctor's in the spacesuit, and they're like... The scene you like.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So the Dan Beaver said that the TARDIS scene was honestly brilliant, but Clara doesn't do anything in the episode. She's the driver for that scene. She stops the Doctor and goes, "What's wrong with you?"
She also flies the TARDIS and saves the Doctor.
Yeah, I think she does a fair bit.
Exactly. People pick and choose, man.
Okay, all right.
I get defensive, all right? Don't treat her with the respect.
I like to try and get a wide array of opinions here. Right, so I wanted to pick one of the only Discord messages that seemed to mostly enjoy the episode.
All right, well, I will say thank you to everyone who emailed in. I do appreciate you all picking up the call to action. Sorry I couldn't get to all of them, but I really do appreciate it. You're all loved. Thank you very much.
You are indeed. Nathan, you should join me in thanking the listeners for listening to the episode.
Thanks.
Thank you. If you enjoyed the show, give us a little 5-star review. That'd be very cool. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Still Got Legs, and also Blue Sky. I'm fucking getting there, all right?
Okay.
And Blue Sky at Still Got Legs Pod. We're the same little handle everywhere. If you want to share your thoughts on each episode, the link to join the Discord is now in the show notes, or you can email us at stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. And I've got another little thank you to make. Thank you to Nina for managing the short form content, all the reels and the TikToks and such, and thank you to Pierce for being the best goddamn Discord marshal that there ever was. Nathan, I'm not sure if you know about this, but we have a Ko-Fi
We do have
link.
another podcast, Lauren. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Got him! We have a Ko-Fi link if you want to help us out with the running of both shows. Zero pressure to do so. Everyone's welcome to enjoy the episodes for free forever. The best way you can help us out is by sharing the show with your friends. Nathan, what is the other podcast that we do?
It's called Another Happy Pod. It's our pop culture rewatch podcast where every week we get together and we discuss something in that realm, be it a movie, a TV show, a video game, or something else. We haven't done a video game in quite a while, like well over a year at this point.
We should do a video game.
We should do a video game. Let's do a video game.
Yeah.
So yeah, give us a listen. It's good fun. If you like anime, we're currently doing Attack on Titan, and it's good stuff.
It is good stuff. We're having lots and lots of fun. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Stay beautiful, everyone, please.
And I love you like an ugly monster loves another ugly monster.